Good morning, fellow followers of Christ, and of course, those who are just curious. Let's hope this works. This is the second time doing this today, and I've been having some problems with my focusing, so if it goes in and out of focus, that's why. I'm having problems, I'm still trying to fix it. So, I have a love of history. I really do enjoy learning about other cultures, learning about the past, learning about what they've done there, and just how it kind of affects us today. Sort of getting into their heads, so to speak, and kind of learning about who they are, what they were like in the past. Specifically, though, Christianity and Christian history. But as I've learned about the past and my faith's history, I've come to realize some things. Christianity and Christians were looked to provide answers for the pressing problems of their day. Christians proposed solutions to problems like slavery, alcoholism, child labor. They didn't abdicate their responsibility to helping progress society and to the greater good. But today, if you look at churches, you're not going to find the same attitude that was prevalent in the churches of the past. They've abandoned any hope of trying to find any solutions to the problems in the world. And with such a legacy of trying to help out in the past and find those solutions, it really was interesting for me to think about why is this and what is the reason for this abdication of our moral responsibility to the greater good. And after thinking about this, I realized the problem is Jesus. In most of your Christian churches today, what you're going to find is that Jesus is the end-all, be-all solution to every problem that you may encounter in your life or in the society around you. Let's say there's a homeless person with a drug problem. The first step in helping this homeless person isn't necessarily getting him off the streets, getting him a safe place to live, making sure that he's got a good treatment program. What they need is Jesus, and Jesus is going to help and fix all this guy's problems. It may take a while, but that's where you start, and you may have a drug treatment program, you may have some housing options for him, but that's not the ultimate solution to his problem. Once he has Jesus, all the other things will fall into line and he will be helped from his homelessness and his drug addiction. I see this idea most pronounced after every school shooting that we see in America. There is no condemnation placed upon the ease in which a person can acquire weapons. The problem lies somewhere else. In fact, what you see is that the heart of the problem is truly a person's heart. It is the loci of all of our problems. When Adam sinned in the Garden of Eden, he transferred that nature of sin to all of humanity, which is now responsible for all the problems that you see in society today. This is why if you watch any conservative on TV or on the radio talking about the issues today, it's always in the terms of a moral failing and that we need to go back and fix that moral issue. For example, I've seen them use rap music specifically as an example of this moral failing. Kendrick Lamar, when he was in the Grammys, he stood on top of a police car talking about police brutality, and that was seen as a moral attack on authority and police officers. They also point out things like Eminem when he criticized the president in one of his raps. That's a moral failing of an attack on authority. And in the past, they've also attacked gangster rap in its subjugation of women and its alcoholism and abuse of drugs. These are all for them moral failings. Video games are also seen as a moral failing of society, and how these video games, how these games desensitize people in being able to more fully accept that taking a person's life and killing them is actually somehow acceptable. And for them, the only true solution is to get back to the Judeo-Christian values in general that they think that this country was founded on, and kind of in more specifically, they look to Jesus and a very Christian idea of Jesus as being the solution to all the problems. For them, Jesus is the magic salve. School shootings, to fix that, all you need to do is get back to the basics, have prayer in school, have Bible studies in all the classrooms, have everybody learn about the love and compassion of Jesus. And this, in some way, is going to fix the problem of students coming to school and killing other students. And for other societal problems, the Me Too movement, for example, all they need is for Jesus to come into people's hearts, to show them the love and respect that he showed us, and we will then by default, show that love and respect to all other women. So for them, Jesus becomes the solution to every single problem, whether that's between a husband and his spouse, between parents and children, between authorities and those who are under their authority, elected officials, and between nations. All you need to do is rub a little Jesus on it and it will be fixed. But for them to look for a solution that doesn't exclusively rely on Jesus, or to simply say, hey, I'm a Christian and I have a solution for your problem, but not state undeniably that Jesus is the only solution, is, while they're not going to say it, heretical. For Christians, and as a Christian myself, I understand that Jesus is the ultimate solution for a lot of the societal problems that we have. But he is not the only solution that we can pursue. He is not the end-all, be-all that is sort of like a magic wand or magic spell. And this is why those who know history, know Christian history, can be kind of bemused about this, because in the past we haven't relied exclusively on pushing this Jesus narrative as the only solution. Christians in the past have looked to other ways in order to implement the solutions, all the while pointing to Jesus Christ as being the ultimate solution. And if we keep putting forth as Christians this idea that only a magic Jesus is going to fix our problems, nobody's going to listen to us anymore. It's kind of unfortunate. My name is David Patton. I publish videos most Fridays talking about my Christian faith and my journey through it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and, leave a comment. If you didn't like the video, well, thumbs down, leave a comment. Last week's video was a little bit different. I'm sorry if you saw it. It's going to be right there. It was just a conversation that I had with God, and it was kind of a prayer that I just recorded. If you do like this video and kind of enjoy what I'm doing, click right there to subscribe. Thank you very much. God bless, and have a good week.